Once you've implemented the correct DNS port and firewall settings for Office 365, you should be able to connect to Office 365 services. However, your next consideration is to ensure that you have a network capable of coping with the demands of Office 365. This will help ensure that your users do not experience bandwidth problems or bottlenecks, which could affect productivity. Bandwidth can be thought of as an IE through which the internet flows to your users. The speed, capacity, and reliability of your internet connection is extremely important. When using a cloud-enabled service, such as Office 365, this will significantly increase your internet traffic. And with more users and devices, the more total bandwidth you'll need to provide. If bandwidth capacity is insufficient, you're likely to experience issues with packet loss, where data is not delivered, lag where information is not displayed correctly or it's very slow to load, jitter where data is delayed sporadically, and bottlenecks where capacity in some parts of the network are causing delays for others on the network. All of these problems can be very disruptive for your end users. There are two main areas to troubleshoot when managing network capacity for Office 365. These include bandwidth calculations and performance tuning or making improvements. Before you implement Office 365, you should calculate your required bandwidth based on your best estimates. This should take into account the Office 365 features that you'll be using, the number of users accessing services at the same time, if you'll be editing Office 365 files using web apps, or whether this will be local. For example, many colleges will use an F1 license for Office Online and the file type and typical file size used within your organization. Microsoft also provides guidance so that you can calculate the bandwidth. Microsoft recommends estimating bandwidth by completing the following steps. Assess the number of users and client devices. Determine the Office 365 features that you'll use. Measure the network requirements for pilot group of client machines. And then extrapolate the information from the test group for the network requirements for your whole organization. Once you've implemented Office 365, you should also make continuous improvements and adjustments to your network in order to react to changing demand. This is known as performance tuning. Any changes to the network, such as increasing bandwidth capacity and speed improvements, will have a direct impact on your end user's ability to use the Office 365 features and services. Not all performance issues are caused internally. Some of them may be due to a service outage by Microsoft. You'll use the Microsoft 365 Admin Center to check the service health, the Message Center to check if there's any service issues, and the Office 365 Network Onboarding tool to see if there's a routing issue. Next, you'll need to define the performance issue by collecting information from the end user. This will include finding out when the issue occurred, how the user is connecting to the service, such as which device and network was being used, and from where, such as the home VPN or Wi-Fi where the user is physically located, such as in the office at home or SaaS, while working remotely. Is the issue repeatable? Is it on just one device on which the problem occurs? Collecting as much information as possible will help you narrow down the causes of the issue. You'll also need a way to measure poor performance. This is typically done by establishing and using baselines. By collecting performance baselines for your Office 365 services, give you something to measure against whenever a performance issue occurs. In essence, baselines give you a context for your performance. Office 2 tools that you can use to collect baseline information on your data. These include Ping and Trace TCP. The beauty about these tools is that both of them are not normally blocked by firewalls, unlike their Microsoft counterparts, the Ping and Traceroute utilities. You can locate Ping on the sysinternals website, and this is fully supported by Microsoft. The Trace TCP tool can be found on GitHub at the location shown on screen.